Hey friends, what's up? College Essay Guy here. So I want to share with you some practical tips for self-care because, yeah, let's face it, this process can be at times somewhat stressful. Number one is I want to encourage you to balance your college list. What do I mean? So for example, they might say, if I get into Stanford, which is like less than 3% acceptance rate, then I'm happy, it's successful. If not, I'm not. And that's just a bad way to go through this process. It's gonna set you up for failure. Instead, find 3 or 4 schools that you have greater than a 50% chance of getting into and start with those. Now, how do you do that? There's a guide linked below to help you find colleges that will meet your needs in terms of what you're looking for, you'll find a fit, and maybe you can even afford them. Tip number 2 is I want you to consider assembling your college admission dream team. What do I mean? Well, a lot of times students think they have to do this process on their own. It's just not true. I want you to think about who the people are in your life who you feel like you might need for support. So I have a whole separate video on this, and you'll find it linked below. But the quick tips are these. Number 1, figure out what you even need help with. And if you're not sure what you need support with, you can find my college admission readiness quiz linked below this video that'll help you figure out what you're looking for. But once you understand what you need, whether it's college list building help understanding how you should spend your summer, or I don't know, even college essay and application help, then I want you to reach out to someone with a specific ask and make your ask really specific. So rather than saying, hey, can I get some college admission help? I would say target it. For example, let's say you're writing to your college counselor, assuming you have one. You might say something like, hello dear, insert name of college counselor. I'd love to know if you'd be willing to help me find 3 to 4 likely schools that will match me based on my interests, because my friend College Essay Guy said I should. Another example of this might be something like, hello dear teacher who's writing your recommendation letter, would you be willing to write me a strong letter of recommendation? So notice how that's a specific ask. Are you willing to write me a strong recommendation letter? And then my third tip on this is give them a timeline. I'm hoping to have this recommendation letter by X date, or I'm hoping to have my college list finalized by X date. If they can't do it, you say, great, thank you so much. Can you think of somebody else who might be willing to do this? And you go from there. Tip number 3, if you've got that kind of family that loves talking about college and it feels like it's just taking over your life, set boundaries around when you talk about college. This is a tip shared with me by Maria Furtado, former executive director of Colleges That Change Lives, on the podcast. You can check that out. I'll link it below. I love this advice because I find that when I'm really into something with my own daughter, I want to talk about it lots and lots and lots. And she gets pretty bored or in some cases overwhelmed. And it's just like, okay, Dad, that's enough. So for you, I'd say, tell your parents, if you're a student watching this, hey, could we decide that, like, I don't know, Thursday nights are the time to talk about college, or I don't know, Sundays are our time to talk about college, and put some boundaries around it. If you're a parent, you can do this for yourself, and your family will thank you for it. Tip number 4 is I want you to break down this process into steps. And I've got 2 resources to help you do this. One is my college admission timeline, which you'll find linked below this video. It's for 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th graders. The second resource is something called our essay tracker, which is great if you're applying to college right now. You can basically put in the colleges that you're applying to, what are the essays that you need to write, and you can kind of chunk things into steps. It makes it a lot easier for you. The last tip I want to give you might seem a little more philosophical, but actually I find it to be pretty practical. Imagine you have a little shoulder Ethan, yes, like one of those little angel and devil things you see in cartoons, and it's me. And when you feel stressed, I want you to imagine your little shoulder Ethan asking you this question. What can I control right now? I'm going to repeat that. What can I control right now? In fact, at College Essay Guy, we have a little something called our College Admission Serenity Prayer, which is basically a wish for you to be granted the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, like where you get into college, the courage to change the things you can, i.e. the things that you can do, like all the links below this video, and finally the wisdom to know the difference. I've got tons more at collegeessayguy.com. And remember, y'all, this is just one chapter in your life, and life is long and beautiful after this. But hey, work hard, it's worth it, and then release. See you soon. Hey friends, thanks for watching. If you want to give us a virtual high five, you can do that by liking the video or subscribing to get notified when new videos come out.
We've got tons more at collegeessayguy.com, lots of free resources, and we'd love to support you on this journey. So see ya in the next one.